This room needs a whole total makeover. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Melinda, plain and simple. Pumpkin said it's time to get started on part 5 of our Extreme Office Declutter series. And you know what? It's actually been 2.5 weeks since I decluttered that shelf. I did that on March the 8th, and the video is coming out actually today. Today is March 25th. So I've had a little bit of time to enjoy my office, get used to my office, but now it's time to get some more decluttering done. And if you've been watching my series, you know that I have been working my way around this room, and I got to this cabinet. And this is where I was going to start, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to declutter the areas that are not going to take as long and save this for last, because I think it will be pretty satisfying if I get this done and then turn around and my whole office is fairly decluttered. I'm going to start over here and just get this stuff done, because there's not that much over here, and I'm pretty sure I can knock that out pretty quickly. Well, that looks a lot better, don't you think? Since I've decluttered most of the clothes in the spare bedroom closet, I'm going to go ahead and move these clothes back into that closet. They were, some of them, in that closet at one point. I'm going to move them all back in there, and I am going to try to transform this closet into a usable space for an office. I got all of the clothes out, and now I've got to get the empty hangers out, and there's a bunch of shoes in here. I need to try those on and see if they still fit, or if I need to keep any of them. Got my wedding dress in here. I'll probably just leave that in here. It's in a good out-of-the-way spot. We'll see. And then these shoes down here. Yeah, those are pretty ratty, but sometimes you need a pair of ratty shoes so you don't have to wear your good shoes to do the ratty shoe stuff, you know? So that's why I hang on to those ratty shoes. And that is my sewing machine and some sewing stuff, I think. I got all of the stuff out of the top of the closet. There were a bunch of empty boxes. All that's going to go into the recycle bin, and I only kept a couple of things that I need to hang on to. So what's left is my wedding dress and that stuff there. That's some stuff I had from when I was in college, and I took a couple of art classes. I have gone through that and pared it down some. I may go through it again and see if there's any more I'm ready to let go of, but it's kind of flat. I think I will maybe try to prop it up behind the wedding dress, since I'm going to leave that in here, and just kind of work around those, because I kind of liked my art classes, so I kind of want to keep those, I think, for a while. I pulled a few things out of the office. There'll be some shoes that I'm going to give away, some hangers, some trash, and some stuff for the recycle. This is looking much better, and I just realized something. I am actually using, without intending to, without realizing I was doing it, I'm actually using Dana K. White's No Mess Declutter method. As I've taken things out, I've just been taking them and putting them where they go. And if it is something that is going to go into the shred or trash or recycle or whatever, I've been laying it over here on this table. So this is what's going to go away for real. This thing I can give away, but the rest of this can just go into the recycle or into the trash. I didn't need to pull all this out to make a pile. There's not really that much there. And by the time I would pull it out and make a pile with it, I could have already had it handled. So I think that's just why my brain's just doing it that way. It's just whatever's in this section, whatever's in the area, I just do what feels right to my brain. And what felt right to my brain was to just take the stuff and put it where it goes. So that's what I'm going to keep doing, because I still have all of this stuff to deal with. Okay, here's the deal with this picture. I painted this at Painting with a Twist, and then I gave it to my husband as a gift. I don't think he really liked it, but I have tried for, I don't know, like 5 years to find a place in our house where it would look good, and it just doesn't fit in anywhere. So that little niggle in the back of my brain is telling me, you know what? Let it go. So I'm going to put this in my little niggles box, and then I'm going to ask my husband if he's okay with letting it go. And if he's okay with letting it go, then it's gone. I don't know about you, but I'm excited because we are finally to the last corner in this office that needs to be decluttered. This cabinet right here, it's got a lot of stuff in it, but before I get to that, I need to take care of this little stuff right here. The picture, I do like the picture, so I'm going to put it in the basement. I'm not going to keep it in my office, but I'm going to put it in the basement, and if I can't find a place in my house to use it, then I will let that go. Same thing for the shoe. I do like it, but if I can't find a place to use it, then I'm going to let it go. And there's some things in this little basket that I need to go through, and I think some of that can go. But the table has to stay. That is technically my husband's because it belonged to my in-laws. So I'll be keeping that, but I don't know that I'll be keeping it in my office. I found this little set in that basket, and I think it's just adorable. But I don't decorate with bears anymore. And even when I did decorate with bears, I mostly had Boyd's bears. So this has never really matched with the decor that I've had in my home. And I don't want to keep a lot of stuff around just to keep it. So I'm ready to pass this one along. And I'm sure there's somebody out there who would love to have these little bears in their little radio flyer wagon. I'm standing here trying to decide what is the best method for me to use for myself to declutter this. And I actually think it's going to be more than one way. This is a note that my boss wrote to me. She got sick. She eventually passed away, but this was a note that she wrote to me. I was her assistant, and I haven't quite gotten to the point where I'm ready to let it go yet. So I'm going to hang on to that and put it with some other special things that I have kept. So, yeah, found that in here. It was in this pin caddy. I need to check all these pins and see if they work. But I was thinking, one of the things that I need to do as I'm going through this stuff is decide what do I really want and need to keep actually in this office. I do have the benefit of having space in the basement where I can keep extra things. And so my purpose for this office is going to be for my writing, my poetry, and also for my YouTube stuff. And currently, while I'm still decluttering, for those things that I post on the Buy Nothing site. Those are my only 3 things that I'm going to focus on in this room. So anything that doesn't pertain to or benefit that can go elsewhere. It can either be gone or it can go downstairs in my basement overflow. So that's kind of what I'm keeping in mind. What's my purpose for this space, and what do I actually need to keep in here? I found a box with some Band-Aids in it, and the place where I keep my Band-Aids did not have room for me to put this box in there, so I took the Band-Aids out and put them in with some other Band-Aids. Different brand, but I don't think that matters. It's still Band-Aid. So, yeah. So now I can throw this box away. But I got all this stuff out. This thing, though, I'm going to have to take the whole thing out because I can't see and grab in there. So I did the Dana K. White method here, but this thing, I'm going to have to take this out. It looks like a bunch of office supplies. Yeah, see? And I have issues. Yes, I do. I think she's cute. I might put that on my desk. I was wondering where these were because I could only find 10 of these the other day, and I thought there was probably 12. There's usually 12 in a set, so now I have the other 2. So I'll put these with those shower curtain hooks, and I'm going to look through here and find trash. So trash. looks like these are probably trash. And yeah, a lot of trash, little trash things in here. And this can be trash. And this can be trash. And well, there's the screwdriver. We've been wondering where that was. Now we know. That's trash. Scissors. Oh. These can go in my buy nothing drawer. And looks like some bookmarks and more ink pens. More ink pens. Okay. Some more office things. And a Nook. I never did figure out how to work. More scissors. I think this is number 3 and 4 of these that I found. I don't need that many of those, so I'm going to have to figure out about what to do with those. Yeah. But lots of office things. But we're getting there. It's spring, which means I'll be sneezing a lot. So maybe I'll put these on my desk. So when I need a Kleenex really quickly, I'll have one handy. Better than them just sitting here in this cabinet, which they've been doing for a few years now. What year did this movie come out? That's probably about how long they've been in there. So yeah, I think I'll put these on my desk and actually use them because I have been sneezing because it's springtime. I also found these books in the cabinet. I don't use the Marie Kondo method with the respect of just pulling everything of a category out. But I do use her method most of the time when I'm folding things. Not always, but a lot of things I do use her method. So I like that. I wasn't sure if I had decluttered these or not, though. Apparently not. They were in this cabinet, which I have not looked into for quite a while, apparently. And this one is all about getting organized. Well, the way I'm going to handle that is just declutter enough that I don't need to worry about really organizing, because I'm not going to have that much stuff to organize, and it will just basically organize itself. You know, I'll just use my natural ability with that. So, I don't know. I might not even keep this one because I'm not really planning on needing to organize. I never use these books. I don't know why I keep buying them. I know why I keep buying them, because I want to get my house under control. But I'm doing that, and I'm doing it without pulling everything out all at once. Yes, I am making messes. I'm not quite doing the Dana K. White thing either, because, see, I am making a mess. But I clean it all up when I'm done, and it's working. You see this box? It's like 4 inches high, right? Well, it's not quite full, but it's pretty full. And all of that is just paper that I kept to use as scrap paper. It's not paper that anyone else can use. It's not fit to go through the printer. And I don't need that much scrap paper. For some reason, I thought I did, but then I put it down there and I don't think I used any of it. Yeah, so you know what? Time to let it go. Just going to put it in the recycling and let it go. I don't need 4 inches or even 3.5 inches of scrap paper. I don't need 1 inch of scrap paper. Apparently, I thought I did, but now I know I don't. So I'm going to let it go. I don't need to take up all that space for paper I'm not even going to use. I'm throwing all of these away. I'm giving all of these away. And these are the ones that I kept. Well, this is the mess I made out of that cabinet. I have a whole bunch of stuff that's going to go in the trash or the recycling bin. There were pens that no longer work, boxes, packaging for things like extension cords and stuff like that, paper, just all sorts of stuff, old business cards that I don't need anymore. All that, I'm letting that all go. Also have a little stack of things that's going to go in my shred, and a little bit of stuff that's going to be given away. Everything else is either in the cabinet or downstairs in my overflow stuff, and I will be going through all of the overflow stuff, deciding how much space I have to devote to that and how much of it I actually need to keep and what I can let go of. I don't intend to keep it all. I just wanted to get all of it together so that I can assess how much I really have, and I'm sure I have too much of something, so it'll be easy to let go of some of it and make those decisions all at the same time. So let me clear this stuff up, and then I'll show you what the room is looking like now. Are you ready to see my office? Here we go. This is what it looks like now. As you can see, I moved this cabinet over here. I took the dollhouse out, and I moved the table. So now my buy nothing table is here, and this shelf is still there. My pseudo desk is here. I am going to try to find an actual desk, but for now it's right there. And this is where the other shelf went. And also, you will see my closet. It's not beautiful. The boxes have the poetry things in them, and I'm going to be going through all that. Those will not be permanent, but they will be for a while. They'll be there. This is my sewing machine. When I moved things around, it had to go somewhere else, and so this is where it went. Eventually, those will be gone, and it can go on the floor. And this is just my little Niggles box. And this thing's here. It can hold little things, so that's pretty cool. The bags and things that I use when I do my book shows are at the top. And also these little things, the thing that I can put over my legs when it's too cold, my microphone bag and stuff like that's up in there, some lights, a tablecloth for when I do shows, book shows, and some other like equipment things, my wedding dress because I left it in here, folding tables and chairs that I use when I do my book shows. So that's basically what I want that to be. It's for my poetry, for my book shows, that sort of thing. So that's all good. And as you can see, this shelf is empty. And I was going to take it out of here. I thought about taking it out. And then I thought, you know what? I've got the perfect purpose for this thing. When I have buy nothing things, instead of having them on that little shelf in my hallway, I can put them here. I can get rid of that shelf in my hallway because I don't want it there anyway. And I can put the buy nothing things here. And when this gets full, then anything that hasn't been claimed needs to get taken out and go bye-bye. So this will be basically the container for what I can use for my buy nothing things, unless it's something that's too big to fit on there, obviously. But for the most part, this will be for my buy nothing stuff. And the corner is still cleared out behind the door, and I still have my keyboard there, and we're back around to here. And I don't have a whole lot in this cabinet, but I do want to keep this cabinet in here because it has my books, my extra books that I have for when I do my book shows. And I feel like they're safer inside of a cabinet with a door than on shelves that don't have a door or just in boxes or something. The reason I have so many is because I forgot I had already bought some, and then I bought some more. And so now they're out where I'll actually see them, and I won't do that again. Yeah, so that's what that is. Now there's a few things in here that I'm going to still be going through. That drawer right there is the drawer that has the bags for buy nothing things. The rest of the drawers in this room, most of them I still need to go through them and declutter them, and figure out what needs to stay and what needs to go. And over here, the bottom suitcase thing is my basic sewing kit now. The other two don't have anything in them yet, but they might eventually. These are some pads for writing in. This binder here, I ended up, it didn't have anything in it, and I ended up putting my Clutterbug Bootcamp stuff and my Dana K. White flowchart in this binder. And I have my Minimal Mom and my Dana K. White books here. So I like that. And on the other shelf, I put my decluttering and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. Those kind of books are up there. And then I have this. I actually finally found it. This is my old Fly Lady binder that I created back years and years and years ago. When she first started, I did that binder, and I still have it. So have it there now. And I put my microphone equipment here because I do have to pull it out regularly, and that way I can just kind of pull it out and put it back when I'm finished with it each time. So that's basically how my office is for now. If y'all have any suggestions, please feel free to let me know. It's not decorated really. I just kind of wanted to get it kind of down bare. It's not totally bare, but I kind of wanted to get it down so it didn't have quite so much stuff in here. And I think that it looks a lot better. I may end up taking a few more things out. I may have to bring a few things in. I'm actually thinking about maybe hanging my framed poems over my desk, but I don't know because it looks kind of busy already. But I don't know. We'll see. Y'all let me know what you think. I really appreciate it because decorating is not my thing. I just wanted to get it kind of without all the clutter in here. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you think I should do to continue working on this space. I want it to be usable. I want to have it simple enough that I will actually not only use it, but put things back and sweep the carpet and all that stuff. And if it gets too much stuff in here, then I won't do it. So that was kind of my goal, and I think I've reached that. So thank you guys for going on this journey with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, and continue letting me know what you think. And I hope you'll come along with me as I move on out to my garage and basement, and it depends on what the weather is as to which one I will be working on. But for now, happy decluttering!
I tidied up my office, saw I had a bit more room. I added things to fill it up. My office went kaboom. Everything I'd stuck in there was scattered like confetti. My mind was set to racing like I'm Mario Andretti. I grabbed a shovel, grabbed a broom, and cleared myself a path. Recovered bits of peace I'd lost in the aftermath. Now I'm where I was again, the place I want to be, back before my office blew up because of me.
What you see in there, Bubby? Yeah? You see yourself? Yeah?